Spark between Shockwave, and I'll be doing the Mask Hero deck profile, something you guys have been requesting of the match against Heroic. If you guys have not seen that video yet, the caption will be over here, and as well as the link to in the description box. I would like to point out that this is the Bubble Beat version. I will have more version out there throughout the later course of this weeks. But at this time, let's just get us started with this deck profile. Alright, so let's start with the monster lineup. We have 3 Alias, 3 Bubble Man, 3 of the new Elemental Hero, Shadow Mist. Like I mentioned before in my previous video, she's like the new Stratos in replacement. Her effect is that when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Elemental Hero from your deck to your hand. And when this card is special summoned, you can add a change spell card from your deck to hand. You can only activate one of these 2 effects per turn. So it's basically like the Dragon Ruler effect, when you can only activate one card, one of the effects of those monsters. Also, another staple of the hero deck is 3 E-calls. And now, since we're in the new format, we can play now 2 reinforcements, so you have a faster way to get your hero cards faster. And that's what Bubble Beat is. It's basically you have less monsters as possible in the main deck, and your way to get them out is just using the spell cards. Once you set them all down, you know, normally summon your monster, and then search out for Bubble Man to special summon it to the field, and then continue on if you want to keep pushing for game. Another staple for hero decks are Miracle Fusion. Miracle Fusion is a must-have for the deck. Now, for a new addition to the Bubble Beat is the Mash Change. Mash Change is a quick play spell card and it allows you to target your hero monsters first and then send it to the graveyard, and then you special summon a Mask Hero Fusion from your extra deck with the same attribute of the monster that was sent. Keep in mind that Mash Change only targets. It does not send the monster as a cost, so that's why I see a lot of people misplaying when it comes to that. Second card we have here is Second Change. Second Change is still in the OCG, but his effect is that by targeting one of your hero fusion from on your field, return that hero fusion back to the grave. I mean, not grave, but to the extra deck, and special summon a Mask Hero Fusion with the same level of the monster that was returned, but with a different name. And this is a new card here that I'm really excited for, and that's Mash Charge. Mash Charge allows you to target one chain spell card and one Elemental Hero card from your graveyard and add them to your hand. You can think this is a way of salvage for some people when saying, but I think it's more of a fusion recovery instead of except for you don't have to choose the hero monster that was sent with Mash Change effect. And then I'll play 2 hero lives. I've been seeing some people will just play 3. I think that's too much of an overkill, especially when you have 3 E-calls and 2 reinforcements. But I'll use hero lives to just get out the Shadow Mist, and Shadow Mist will allow me to add the Mash Change to my hand. That allows me to get ready for to Mash Change for Dark Law, which I'll explain a little bit more. So, and then I'll play 2 MST, and then there's 3 cards here that I'm working out with. First is Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is mostly there just to send Shadow Mist to the grave so I can get out effect. So think of it as my 4th emergency call. There's rarely a time that I actually use this just for adding fuel to the graveyard, so my Miracle Fusion could be live. I also play Super Poly. Super Poly is just there for a certain card that I wanted to play, but I'll explain a little more once we get to the extra deck. But yeah, but other than that, I don't think but it's not even worth playing the Super Poly when you have all these other options in your that could be more better. But you know what? With Shadow Mist now being playing in this deck, you're not negging yourself most of the time when using Super Poly. And then now, last but not least, but Soul Charge. I'm only playing one, because you don't have that much hero monster in your graveyard in the first place, just because Miracle Fusion does remove a lot of the materials off the grave. For the trap lineup, I play 2 Call, 2 Wiretap, 1 Phoenix Chain, and 1 Breakthrough Scoops. As of now, I'm just testing out to see which one's better out for me. But I do like the pros and cons between the two. 1 Black Horn, and then you have the staple of Solemn Warning, Boundless Trap O, and Compulsory. For the extra deck, I have Contra's Hero Chaos. He is the main card that you get from the structure deck, and you can get him out by fusing 2 Mask Hero from your grave. So best way to get him out is playing Miracle Fusion, removing 2 of your Mask Hero from the grave or the field, and you can special summon him because his effect is that he's always counted as an elemental hero. Someone pointed out to me from the last video of my match about that. Next is Mask Hero Kamikaze. He is the Wind Mask Hero, and his effect is basically this card cannot be destroyed by battle, and your opponents only can attack with 1 monster per turn. Now we have Mask Hero Koga, where he can give 500 to himself for each monster that your opponents control, and then he has a second effect, where it's a quick effect, where you can banish 1 hero monster from your grave, and you can choose 1 monster on the field, reduce that monster's attack by the banished hero monster attack. Also, we have here is Mask Hero Acid. I think he's like the opposite of Episode 0 in effect wise. We have the Dark Law. He's very powerful in this format. We also have here the Korean exclusive. I believe his name is God Descendant. His effect is that he just needs a combination of any 2 Synchro or Exceed monster on the field to form him. And when this card is special summoned, he's able to special summon a level 4 or lower monster from the graveyard in face-up defense. When this card leaves the field, the special summon monster from his effect is banished instead. This is a perfect card to exceed 2 of these rank 4 options we see below here. It's the reason why I mentioned earlier that I play Super Poly, just because of there's a lot of decks, top tier decks that utilize special summoning all these Exceed or single monsters at the same turn. So I thought this would be a good card, a good tech choice to play, but overall I never really use them at all. For the Elemental Hero Fusions, we have Elemental Hero Core. He's the card that you got from the Japanese Shonen Jump, I believe a couple issues ago, and his effect is that you can get him out with any 3 Elemental Hero cards. His first effect is that when this card is targeted for attack, you can double his attack at the end of the damage step. Second effect is that when this card battles, he can choose 1 monster on the field and destroy it. And last effect is that when this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 low 8 or lower Elemental Hero Fusion from your graveyard to the field, ignoring the summoning condition. And last but not least, I have 1 Elemental Zero and 1 Shining. What you see in my extra deck lineup so far is Levoid Chain. Levoid Chain is crucial when you go play in the Bumblebee deck, just because it allows you to dump a Shadow Mist to the grave. The perfect way of doing it is to summon Shadow Mist, special summon Bubbleman, exceed to Levoid Chain. From there, you can just detach Bubbleman to dump a Shadow Mist to the grave, as uses the effect to add an elemental from your hand. That way, if your opponent tries to destroy your Levoid Chain on the following turn, you have a fallback by the Shadow Mist acting as effect while it was attached. Bumblebee is a deck that thrives on OTK as quick as possible. So one of the main cards I think is crucial to have is Excalibur. It's also another way to fill your grave even faster for that Miracle Fusion play. With the rise of hands being played more and more often, I play Black Sugarcorn is a must-have now, just because you can just burn them for 1,000, as well as not allowing them to activating their effects to special summon another one of their counterparts. 101 is a staple. Like I said before with Excalibur, Blade Armor Ninja is also a staple for that quick OTK. And I'm playing the new Exceed monster that just came out recently. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna mispronounce his name because I have a hard time pronouncing it. I believe it's called Gorgon. If I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know. As you can see here, this deck could be a lot more better. I chose to play this deck a little more for fun rather than more competitive, because I'm still testing out all the kinks and quirks of playing a Mask Hero engine Bumblebee kind of deck. But I can rule out like what cards that I shouldn't be playing in this deck, and I can say for Second Change and Super Volley, get rid of them. You can or you can replace them for Forbidden Lance. That way you have a little more protection when bringing out your Mask Hero or Elder Hero to the field. Alright, for the extra deck, we can just remove the Contracts Hero, the Kamikaze, and the Korean God exclusive. Just because throughout my whole time playtesting with all these different decks, I have not brought those cards out at all. So it's best to just get rid of them, and then what I would recommend bringing in is Absolute Zero, Shining, and Dark Law. I would say put Dark Law for up to 2, just because 3 is just overkill. I would also recommend adding in an Hexagon Knight. Hexagon Knight will work well in this deck just because this deck is all about having a low card advantage to help push yourself for game. So that's pretty much the video. If you guys want to see different variety of hero decks in the future, please leave a like in this video. It shows me that you guys really do want to see this kind of content, and it really does help me get more motivated to making these content for you. I want to do something more of this kind of type of video, just because heroes are one of my favorite, well, not one of my, it's my most favorite archetype. So that's pretty much it. If you guys haven't done it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and you will see more of this kind of content in the future. This is Parker with Team Shockwave, signing out.